What is good? It's your boy Mikeyyywill here. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We are putting on a Subcage and a Crash Cage for a 2016 FZ-07. This is a full metal Stunts installation guide. So you guys are going to need some 8, some 14, some 17, and some 19 millimeter sockets. You're going to need some Allen keys, some size 4, 5, 6, and 8. And when they say a jack is recommended, you're going to need that jack. So first thing first, we're going to take off these foot pegs. I'm sorry about the no audio because we were playing music in the background and I would have got a copyright claim. So back to the video. So I got these powder coated. You can get them powder coated from Full Metal Stunts. I actually got them from Redline Coating. It's here in New Jersey. And when you guys put the sub cage on, you're gonna want to angle it more like downwards and up, and then try to like tap it on because it's very, very like form fitting. So and when you get in there, try not to cross thread anything. Make sure every hole lines up. Use a little mallet, whatever you got to do to make sure those Allen keys fit. I mean those Allen key bolts fit correctly up in there. They don't cross thread or anything, and don't just go for it with an impact. Use a hand, regular ratchet tools. Very simple, and it just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of finesse, guys. Be patient with it, because you're not gonna get it first time. You just gotta like feel it around a little bit, and make sure when you're doing this, make sure you do it loosely, because you can easily mess up on one side, tighten it down too tight or something like that, mess up the thread or whatever. But the sub cage and the 12 bar, I don't know if the 12 bar is that similar, but this is the review for the sub cage. So now it's time to tighten it up, and make sure you tuck that brake reservoir underneath so you can get to it. And you have to take the little clip off so you can. There's like a little small bolt that Full Metal Stunts sends you, and it looks just like that. And you just bolt it on. It's very small. It's very easy. Don't mind the iced tea that's in there. I haven't rode this thing yet. It's winter time. But now it's time to put the foot pegs on. You're going to need the 14 millimeter. You're going to need 2 socket wrenches. And just get them snug until, like, obviously everything matches up really nicely. And that's when you just go for it. Get it tight. Make sure you do the other side, because you can't have one side without the other. And I don't know if I said this before, but make sure you're using Loctite on all these bolts. And here is the little plastic peg ends, and you just tighten it with a 4 millimeter. Now it's time to move on to the crash cage itself, or the frame rails. So you're going to need to take off the sprocket cover, which is, I believe, two bolts on top are 6 millimeter, and the one on below is 5 millimeter. And you just break them free with the regular socket wrench, and from there you could just hit it and get it up out of there. But you're also going to need to take off the foot peg, or just loosen it up. You don't have to take it all the way off to get that the sprocket cover off. Alright, now it's time to get the rear engine bolt out. And obviously you see you can't go through because you have to take that little plastic piece off. It's just the same 5 millimeter Allen key bolts. And I actually had frame sliders already on this bike. That's the way I got it. So those are 10 millimeters, I think. Oh no, those are 8 millimeters. And you just ratchet them off, and then if you got like a power tool, just hit it off. You know what I'm saying? But remember, like, go very slowly, because these are your engine mounts. You do not want this engine shifting. It is very heavy, and it is. You can see, like, I'm going very slow, not trying to mess up the threads. And you'll see, even when I try to like get it out, I have to crank the jack to get the engine to loosen that bolt, because I did not want to risk cross-threading that engine bolt hole, because that would be a whole nother nightmare. So it's time to put in the little aluminum inserts. Please forgive the blurriness, and we are actually trying to but like move the motor back into a suitable place that we can get the bolt holes lined up. It took maybe like 30 minutes. If you guys do it like right, you won't have this problem. But obviously, like, no one's perfect. If you get it right, you get it right. But now it's time to get these bolts in. Now we got everything. You put the race rails on, or the frame rails on, and all you do is we just put the bolts in, lined them up, made sure everything was good. We actually used the rear one to pivot everything off of, and then from there we could just slowly just put every bolt in and make sure it was good. We like the installation guide says to do it from the middle to the back to the front, but I don't know, guys. It worked a little better like this for me, but to each its own. Now it's time to like loosely fit everything up, or tighten it up a little bit more, I should say, because it's definitely like in position. Now it's time to just like fine tune the crash cage, basically. So make sure you're using that Loctite on those bolts, and because remember, we're going to torque everything down at the very end, and I'll put the torque specs in the description, or I could say them out loud as well. And now it's time to put the crossbar in over the coil packs, and try not to like touch the coil packs. Try to make sure you leave enough clearance. Obviously, it's designed to have enough clearance, but if you're just jamming it in there, you can easily damage something, so be careful about that. And then from there, you just tighten it down with, I believe it's a 6mm bolt, Allen key bolt that goes through. And having a second person makes this way easier. Definitely having a second set of eyes helps. But now it's time to put the under cage part on. And this part was a little wonky because I couldn't tell which side went to which. And obviously you'll figure it out because it really only goes one way. Because the other way would hit the exhaust perfectly and you wouldn't be able to fit it through. But so obviously you're just going to want to make sure you leave enough clearance between your exhaust and everything. So now it's time to torque it down. The middle bolts are 40. Yeah, so you're just going to want to go back and double check everything. And then even the rear engine bolts is also 40. And the front engine bolts is 50 foot-pounds of torque. I don't know if I said foot-pounds of torque in any of those other ones. But 54 foot for the front engine bolts, 40 foot-pounds of torque for the mid-engine bolts, and 40 for the rear engine bolt. And to do the bottom and everything else, it's 22 and 14 foot-pounds of torque. And now it's just time to torque everything else down and put these little plastic pucks on. These are the finishing touches, guys. You are basically done. And just make sure you tighten everything else up. Make sure everything looks good. And there she is. That's how you guys put on a Full Metal Stunts stunt cage. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment for some more. We got more content coming soon. Peace.